Hello everybody, no, this is not a deja vu, no, you're not drunk, and no, you don't have double side or anything like that. This is again Union Gaming versus Not Today. Only difference is, not in D2CL, it is here in the Join Dota League Season 3 Division 1 America, and those two Peruvian teams, they meet. The server is US East for those who are interested in it, and of course my name is HeflaTV. You're here on HeflaTV. Casting with me is the one and only, the best ever possible caster, the dream of all minecasters whatsoever, Michael Loris.
Wow, it's getting better and better. Someday it'll just have the fanfare on top out of nowhere, and then like fireworks in the sky, and then I'll rise up on a platform, and it'll be really exciting. But that was a pretty good opening. I like it. I should start doing that now. Then I would have to think of a lot more adjectives, and that sounds like a lot of work. But yeah, Union Gaming, Not Today. They just played in D2CL, and well, I can't promise that you're not drunk, but it is going to be a rematch now. So I believe the result is 1-1 if the chat isn't lying to me, and they might be. But hopefully, at the very least, it's going to mean that Not Today and Union Gaming are fairly evenly matched.
Yep, absolutely, and it's actually, this is very interesting, like even market studies, because I mean the games of D2CL and even the Canada Cup, who is which is playing right now, they are both on Dota 2 launch, which means like now we actually see how many people come over here to this channel just to see the teams, instead of like how many people are actually on a stream for just betting purpose. I mean, obviously, I don't know, was Toby casting over there? Did you see that? I think on Daily Motion it's mostly Toby casting. So obviously there are some people like going there for Join Dota and Toby's whatnot, but like still, like a huge amount will be just people for the bets. It's amazing how strong betting is at the moment. It guarantees your stream thousands of viewers, even though they have no idea what game that is, what player, what team, what tournament. It doesn't matter as long as it's listed on that monopoly side of betting. But that's the market at the moment. But let's see, we don't care because we are only looking for amazing Dota, and they played 1-1. Someone just told me that, and let's see, it's also a 2-game series here, which means we could potentially have a 1-1 here as well.
Yeah, those betting sites really are the dominant force, but also it lets us know who the cool viewers are and who the viewers are that don't actually give a shit. Like all the people who moved over to see the teams, those are the cool people. Those are the ones that we want. So we obviously got all the cool people, and well, why would we want all those other people? Union Gaming, they're going to open up their draft with the Razor, rather vanilla. Faceless Void is still in the pool, along with Scarith Mage, and that's just such a potent combo. Although Not Today do favor the aggressive play a little bit more, so maybe Faceless Void might be a little bit too slow for them.
Yep, it's pretty interesting though. Like, I mean, Viper and Nature's Prophet banned by Not Today. I mean, Peruvian gaming, even the South American scene overall, they have sometimes very interesting picks. But this leaves, of course, you already said it, Space for the Razor, which we had directly, instantly as the first pick by Union Gaming. And now the question is Void, Scarif Mage combo, for example, like something alongside Demeter, or maybe they ignore that all. Secure something else, and then we're gonna see those on the second ban stage. This is what I can imagine at the moment.
Yeah, so Not Today. Well, they get the Lycan because it was allowed through from these kind of weird-ish bans, so he will be paired up along with the Shadow Shaman. A lot of pushing power being picked up from Not Today. And is it just on my screen, or is Shadow Shaman's portrait bugged? They fixed it now. There it is. So yeah, Shadow Shaman Lycan is a devastating push combination. Union Gaming, they pretty much have to ban out a Jakiro right now, otherwise they're just going to get outpushed. Like Not Today are going to get the pushing aggressive team comp that they really like to play.
Yep, absolutely. And no, it's not bugged, by the way. It is absolutely fine for me. But yeah, like in Shadow Shaman, it is, as you already said, it's amazing push coming out there. And well, Union Gaming, they pick up the Earthshaker, a hero that is more and more popular, especially in the laning stage, because the right Fisher, the right block, like, yeah, if the hero is on the right side, that is sometimes very crucial, because we've seen Earthshakers that didn't do those Fishers that were needed. But either way, it is very, very nice, securing very often, like First Bloods, ganks, etc., etc., those long-range stuns, very important. And now, I'm really curious about the second ban stage. DK, that is for me a completely random one, unless they had this in the previous games, which we couldn't watch because we were casting something else. But Tidehunter, completely understandable, as well as the Bristleback. and the Void. Okay, I was about to ask that if the Void is coming out, and yes, they go for it.
Well, the DK would have been a nice mid lane hero for Not Today if they were going to go for a really super aggressive pushing strategy. He does benefit from the Howl quite a bit, and with a corrosive attack, he'll be able to take down the towers, though. Not Today, they get the Centaur War Runner. They love playing this hero. Mihawk on the Centaur is pretty legit, and we've seen Not Today, I think they were actually playing earlier today. Yeah, casted them earlier today, and they had a really nice Centaur War Runner game. Got some pretty nice 3-man stomps. And that pretty much can win you the game. Jakiro still is in the pool. Union Gaming did not ban that one out. And Not Today, it would be such a fantastic pickup for them. It'll let them push so much earlier and get them a little bit more safer in the push. Because right now they have a lot of damage towards the towers. But if they actually want to sit in the tower range and attack it, then Liquid Fire is going to be the best tool available. Union Gaming, they shore up their supports in the Witch Doctor and Earthshaker. But I don't know if they're prepared for this aggressive play from Not Today with the heroes that they have right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the Witch Doctor is pretty interesting because right now, what do we have? I mean, if the Earthshaker then later in the game, of course, makes an awesome jump as we had in the other games. I mean, Jesus Christ, those Echo Slams, they were epic. They were epic. They were one of the best I've seen since the TI3, pretty much. Like, 4-man Echo Slams with, like, a double creep wave. It was just 4 full HP heroes coming, and within a second they were all running for their life because they were just, I don't know, tipping on their toes back home, and some of them even, of course, died on the way because they tripped. Either way, Witch Dog now, it's pretty interesting. I mean, we love to see Maledict, but unfortunately it's not the most popular build at the moment. It is the Voodoo Restoration for obvious reasons. Like, Witch Dog is really a running, sustain hero. If he gets Arcane, it's even better. The same on the Earthshaker. The Death Ward. Kind of miss a setup for the Death Ward. Right now it's a Fissure, okay. It's a very short stun as such. The Echo Slam plus the Death Ward, maybe. But I think there has to be something more.
Yeah, because they could just run the Witch Doctor just for the sustained and just for that nice bounce stun. Though if you don't really have any great setup for the Death Ward, then it does get a little bit underwhelming. Not Today. They have quite a few tools in order to interrupt the Witch Doctor, although they will occasionally be difficult to land, especially if the Death Ward's already being channeled. Centaur Stomp is a possibility. Shadow Shaman has a couple tools, as does Mirana. Or you could just claw him to death with Lycan. That's also a good way to go, but Not Today. With the Shadow Shaman Lycan, they've actually deviated a lot more away from the pushing strategy than I really thought, and picking up more just mid-game fighting heroes. Centaur, as well as Mirana, which I'm expecting to be played as support from Not Today, are very explosive in the mid-game, and they can make so much happen if you give them the opportunity to.
We saw something similar today already. I mean, it was Shadow Shaman, Earthshaker plus Mirana. Like, this chain of stuns and anything that can incapacitate... okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say this word because apparently my tongue is just twisting around it. Either way, like, this chaining the abilities, this is just perfect. Unfortunately, of course, the Earthshaker is on the other side, but the Centaur Warner is just as fine if they get it all together. That would be either his initiation or the Shadow Shaman, then followed up by a Mirana. And Slark is, for example, one of those heroes that is actually quite vulnerable against this, because if he's getting caught out, not being able to use his ultimate because he's chain stunned, that is actually bad news. That's why I'm a bit surprised to see him.
Well, it's Union Gaming picking up a hero that could fight early because they need a hero to fight early. Slark would like a little bit of farm to get going, but Not Today. Because they haven't gone for an all-out push strat, they are going to be giving Union Gaming a little bit more time at the early stage. Lycan needs his items, Centaur needs his blink. Items like that have to be purchased before Not Today really get going. And Slark at that time is going to be a devastating hero. Yes, he can get chain stun down, but if he doesn't, if he packs out in a Hex or an Arrow or a Stomp or Initiation or something like that, then the Slark is going to run wild. And Slark is actually one of the few heroes that does have a nice disable on Lycan, even though Lycan may be in that ultimate form. So this pick from Slark is going to force Union Gaming into playing a little bit more aggressively. At the very least, they'll have someone to fight up against the heroes that are picked up currently for Not Today. But the last bans are out. TA as well as the Kunkka going to be kicked out as Not Today. Most likely going to be looking for one more core hero to join the Mirana Shadow Shaman. It's going to be an Invoker. Smash is going to be playing that hero most likely, and Sunstrikes will rain down. With the Mirana Shadow Shaman setup, it will hurt a lot.
Exactly. Like, this is very nice. Like, he has multiple opportunities to get those stun strikes in. 100% stun strikes. This is a long arrow. Even the center Warrunner stun, if you cast it immediately, it is enough, and I don't even need to start about the Shackle. But like one more thing, the Slark actually, I mean, besides of course him being vulnerable to stuns, like chain stuns especially, but it is something very nice against Mirana, because a pounced Mirana, like, she can't leap away, and of course it's holding target in place for the Witch Dog ultimate. And talking about holding things in place, the Puck, same goes for him. Like a nice Stream Coil, a pounce on someone, and a Witch Dog who does not get interrupted or just nuked down. If he goes for a nice Death Ward, then there will be 1, 2, 3 people in range for that Death Ward, and we all know what a Death Ward actually does. It brings death, literally.
Alright, UG, with their trademark pauses, only going to be for a little bit, so this is actually going to be no Skype issues for UG. What a surprise.
No Skype issues today.
Yeah, everyone's in the game, and they're all going to go for their lanes, and I think for Not Today, the lane should be pretty predictable. It's going to be Iwo playing the Lycan, should be heading down towards the bot lane, along with Masoku's Mirana and Mystico's Shadow Shaman. Mid lane's going to be handled by Smash's Invoker, and that leaves up towards top the Mihawk Centaur, going to be soloing that lane up by himself.
Yeah, and both teams don't seem to be too aggressive. I mean, they know, for example, the Wolves are already scouting, so at the moment it's quite a slow approach, but yeah, that gives us time to introduce even the other side. Benj is here playing on the Razor. Now, like, yeah, Jericho, he is seeing, like, he sees the Lycan Wolf, so they know exactly everything is scouted. And there's, of course, Cinderless on the Witch Dog. In the mid, we're gonna have Sidorlin. I never know if I pronounced that correctly or not. On the Puck. And yeah, Angel. Like, why doesn't everybody have such a name? Angel. It's like an angelic name for a caster. Either way, he's on the Slark, and yes, please, the other players, get easy names.
Yeah, I don't really know if it's Sidrillin or Sidrillin. I kind of bounce between the two of them, but hell, his name is pretty easy, especially compared to the Witch Doctor. I have literally no idea what this Witch Doctor's name is supposed to be, and I never gotten around to asking him, so we're just probably going to call him Witch Doctor.
That's and Kempit T3 Alessa. I don't know. It's
rolls off the tongue.
Crazy name, but either way, he tried to deny that invisibility rune, but nope, this is not gonna work out. And now the Mirana is invisible, and that's of course always bad because you never know where the next arrow is coming from, at least the start of the game. So yeah, we have to see. Jericho benches, they have to be careful, but then again, they buy a lot of space, or create a lot of space, just by that nice Fissure here. Since they changed the mechanic, it's quite easy to block them still sometimes, so they are close to their own tower here.
So this is going to be a 3v3 lane setup for UG and Not Today. It means top lane Mihawk's going to go toe-to-toe with Angel. He has gone for level 1 return, but Angel's gone for level 1 essence shift. So Slark should have pretty much the run of the lane. We'll have to worry eventually about double edge, but Centaur, if he gets into a duel with Slark, I don't see him winning that anytime soon. The bottom lane, though, should be fairly even. UG, they do have the Razor, which is a great hero versus Iwo on the Lycan, and Lycan really doesn't want to have any sort of contested early game. He wants to have free time, he wants to get free farm. But against this lane, he could very easily go down, especially if he gets walled up on the wrong side. However, Misko is going to be the one to ultimately take that hit. He's going to try to TP out, and the cast is going to be a little bit too late. It will be too late, but it will fly across the map, and it will connect on him eventually. But it will be a lost opportunity for UG.
Is it still flying? Does it actually connect, or does it get disjointed? No, it
is.
actually hit. Yeah, it actually hit. But like, I didn't see it flying anymore. That nice little skull. But yep, that's too bad. Witch Dog just too slow, and this is the danger about those fissures. But now maybe they even dive the Lycan since there's no support. But Mirana maybe from the side gets a nice air in. But oh, Lycan, he gotta eat through everything. But Jericho, nope, he's gonna skip that way. But he's still eating. Nice arrow on benches, but he's not having the tower aggro. And now this is our first spot we are looking for. The Lycan is the first one to die. And I don't know, maybe with the Shadow Shaman? No, he doesn't have Shackle, he has Ether Shock. That is, I don't know, a skill you don't really want to have picked up. And that was just a lag? Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, is it me? I'm disconnecting. No.
No, we're good. It was everyone getting the lag, so everyone lagging equally is going to mean equality for everyone. Jericho gets to get away on the Earthshaker. However, Witch Doctor, I'm not sure if he's going to be as lucky. Ether Shock's cooling down. There is an arrow from Asoku, so okay. Well, it looks like there is a lot more lag than people thought, even though the UG, someone said to go. They're not all in agreement, but Witch Doctor's in potentially a little bit of trouble. If they do lose the Witch Doctor, though, it's not a really big deal because they got First Blood. Razor claimed it on the enemy Lycan, and you can't really ask for a better situation than that. And even if they lose the Witch Doctor, it's just a support, and it's not First Blood either. So, UG, they're already happy with where they are.
No está like. ... Punto. Well, let's see when this is actually ending. Espera un rato. Mono. Que coincidencia.
Only there was English translations. That would be so great. But taking a quick look at the other lanes, we have Citadel on the puck, who's going to be handling this lane pretty easily versus the Invoker, although Invoker should have a better time later on when he gets more Exhort. For now, he's falling behind, pretty much as expected. So, UG, they're winning the mid lane, and they should be winning the top lane, 9 for 2 on Mihawk for 7-0 for Angel. They're actually only winning the mid lane handily. They're losing the they're winning the bottom lane as well as not today. Their lanes are actually kind of struggling. The Lycan is not the strongest laner, and although he has some pretty good support, the setup just isn't there. UG have been on the aggressive, and right now, not today. They pretty much don't have much of anything going for them, except for the possibility that they may pick off the Witch Doctor.
I don't think so. They just don't have the means, like except for the arrow. But let's see. They go for it, and now it's running time for Mr. Witchdog, and the arrow is what's gonna decide this. Oh, there it is. It's a short range one with the other shock. And that's it. At least they get the revenge.
Yeah, they get a little bit of something, but ultimately losing the Lycan in exchange for that, totally not a worthwhile trade. So they will be forced to accept it. I mean, they get something at the very least. There's now Invoker in a little bit of trouble, perhaps. There is a Jericho Earthshaker right around the corner with level 1 Fissure. If he gets this wall off, then Smash can very well go down. He has a Sunstrike, so he can put a little bit of damage towards the Earthshaker. There's the Fissure, and Smash is going to now hide in the corner. He's actually going to decide to tank up creeps instead. Cedrulin has an orb now, and he could go for Smash. He's going to jump forward with the orb, and he will not get the silence off. And now, actually, Cedrulin is trapped in the trees, though he has a Tango. He'll eat his way out, and he'll be just fine. Smash forced into a very early Ghost Walk is never what you really want to do. That's an expensive skill, and he will be probably forced to go all the way back to the base now.
I'm not sure about it. I think he's gonna stay here. I mean, he has the Quas bubbles, all 3 of them up, that grants him like a 4.2 HPS. It should be fine to stay on lane, unless of course the Earthshaker stays around, but he won't because he's out of clarities, which means he gotta go back.
Well, at any rate, Smash has gone for 1-1-1 in his Invoker build. It's not uncommon nowadays to see an early point in Wex being picked up that gives you access to Alacrity, and then, of course, if things get really hairy, it gives you access to the Ghost Walk. So, still pretty standard build for Smash, though. I don't know if Smash is a player that does this all the time. There are definitely players like LDS who go for, or DDX rather, who go for the early point in Wex all the time, and they make very good use of that Alacrity, and they pretty much dominate the lane with it. Benya is on the bottom lane along with the Witch Doctor being super aggressive. Disco's going to land up a Shackle, but the arrow's not going to hit because Jericho's there with a Fissure. UG, they're trying for this bottom lane, and that's what they have to do. Just constantly go for it. Eventually, something will stick. Smash in the mid lane is going to get brought upon by a double damage Puck. Once again, forced into the Ghost Walk, just barely saving himself. But Puck is manhandling this Invoker in mid lane.
And this time he has to go back. This time there's no way around. But maybe here bottom there's another Fissure, but there is also a level 1 leap, and that cask, well, it's gonna pounce. But oh, Maledict build actually coming out, but he's not getting hit by it. Had Plasma Field, too bad. And whoa, Ether Shock and that arrow, that was beautifully done. That Witch Dog is just exploding, of course, and Maledict is not doing anything, just for the reason that nothing hit after it came. But what I was really shocked was actually top while you were talking about the mid, because Angel, he was about, I don't know, 350 HP, around that, and he just got hit by that level 1 hoof stomp, and then, well, the double edge. He actually thought about it, like he faked it. And now with the Tranquil Boots, he can actually use it, even on cooldown. The Slark is level 6 pretty much soon, then he also has no HP problems anymore. Then it's all about burst, burst, burst.
But Mihawk does have a Stampede, so Angel has to stay very far behind, else he gets charged upon by the Centaur. I think this might be it. Centaur definitely can go for this kill if he wants to, but it is a little bit risky. He's going to get hit with level 3 pounds if that does happen, but he's going to hold off for now. Angel still not yet at that level 6 mark, but once he gets that, he'll be fine to regenerate back up to full HP, and it seems like every single Slark that I see is always at this amount of health by the time they're at 5.5 levels in. I mean, they always see action that level so desperately.
We're gonna see action here in bottom. It's gonna happen. Invisible Puck, level 6. There's the casket flying.
And the Maledict is there. The arrow's going to fly, hit onto Jericho. Ewo is going to take a Maledict as well as the coil. He's still alive for now, but I don't think he's going to last for very much longer. He's going to be brought down, but they Sunstrike the Earthshaker and take him out. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, though Ewo still really struggling on this bottom lane. That's kind of to be expected.
Yep. So I'm not 100% sure if that was really worth it, but let's see. Oh, there's a bounty on the center, but he still has Hoof Stomp and Double Edge, so you gotta be careful. There's the Hoof Stomp, there's the Double Edge, but now if he turns around, there is the kill. So he underestimated or overestimated his own ability. There is
Sunstrike.
Yeah, a Sunstrike, but it doesn't hit Angel. Just too fishy, squishy.
Yes, that is exactly what I would call Angel. He's a slippery hero, and Centaur, he did the Slark the luxury of bringing himself down to 1 HP with the Double Edge, and ultimately that's just going to be enough for Slark to go ahead and get the kill off of that. Centaur, if you're not getting the kill with that Double Edge when you're that low on HP, then you're pretty much committing suicide with it, even though you may have Tranquil Boots for that extra bit of regen. So this course hits 3 for 3, and this game is going to progress in a relatively even clip. However, UG, their Slark is getting quite a bit, and their Razor's getting quite a bit as well. They're going to rotate in for Mihawk up on top lane. Jericho is going to look for a Fissure Block. He's going to look for an Enchant Totem. He's going to look for something. There it is, finally. Mihawk, I don't know where he was going, but now he's certainly trapped. He's going to get a Hoof Stomp on it too. Double Edge is Jericho. Dropping the Earthshaker pretty low, but the Slark will get another kill. UG, their cores are farming better than the Not Today side.
Also, something, I mean, besides, of course, what the center just did there, I mean, I definitely like that. There's an arrow flying in the mid, looking for the puck, not connecting overall, but I like one thing, the dust, the early dust actually coming out, because it serves two purposes here. Simply because we have the Ghost Walk, twice already saving that Invoker, and of course we have a Mirana ultimate coming up soon. She is level 5, one more level, and then we have to deal with a Moonlight Shadow. And I don't know how many hundreds of games I've casted with Mirana, and the first 1-2 Moonlight Shadows always saving people, or always being used. Oh wait, bottom. There's a go on the Slark, but no, he can pounce away. But yeah, the Moonlight Shadow, even as an initiation, the first one to always find a kill, and the enemy team, you really rarely see any sentry or even a dust brought out, and sometimes this is, I don't know, and this is now a nice coincidence. I don't know if they used it for, if they bought it for the Moonlight Shadow or for the Ghost Walk. In this case, it just serves both purposes there. But look at this.
Pretty nice pickup. As Mihawk. Mihawk does find Earthshaker, not even using Stampede actually. They're also going to look for Benyaz in the meantime. Arrow angle isn't quite there though, so they should be happy with that support kill. They're going to throw the arrow regardless, thread the creeps, and oh, that probably was a little bit ambitious from the Mirana, but hey, you got to go for it sometimes. But yeah, this dust is going to be very useful for this Puck. Mostly I think it's for the Invoker matchup, as Puck has been manhandling this Invoker for the most part in this game, and is continuing to drop the Invoker pretty low. The Quas rune's working overtime for him, but yeah, once Cyrillin decides to pull the trigger, then he will ensure that the Invoker does not have any ways of getting out through invisibility, be it Ghost Walk or that Moonlight Shadow, and it is infuriating to see teams giving up on a kill like that just because they aren't prepared for an early point in Mirana's ultimate or even a Ghost Walk. So it'll be a rotation to the mid lane. Not today. They're going to be looking for a kill on the Puck, and with the arrow flying, it will go wide. Cyrillin didn't even have to try to dodge that, but it'll be on the bottom lane where they initiate ultimately. Angel is going to not get his Dark Pact off, so he's going to get disabled for quite a long time. Now the Stampede is there, but Angel dropping pretty low, is going to get Stampeded and brought down, although no, into the Dark Pact he goes, bottling up as well. Arrow from Masoku still being held, and everyone from UG should be fine. Angel slowly starting to regenerate up, although he is in combat, so the regeneration has stopped. The neutral creeps delaying that for just a little while longer. Angel wants back in. He doesn't have his ultimate. He's going to jump forward for Masoku. The silence is there, plus the orb is going to bring down the Mirana. And now Angel on the run. He should be just fine, though, unless he gets with the Sunstrike. Sunstrike, kaboom! Smash is there, and he will get that retaliation kill on that Slark, giving the experience crucially to Ewo. In the meantime, him and Mihawk have been in the middle lane pushing that out. They might be able to take down this tier 1 tower, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. UG get the support, whereas they lose their core Slark. Not a good trade for UG.
Yep, absolutely. It's also too bad. I mean, he's playing a Maledict build, but so far nothing really came out of it. That's the biggest problem. I mean, he got again a Maledict up on the Lycan. Besides it being just level 1, but the problem is like you get the Maledict on one target, but your carry is going for the other one, so you don't even get anything out of it. That's always bad news. That's why I don't know. Like if he had level 2 Voodoo Restoration, it would be way more useful at the moment, but maybe it's paying off. Maybe he's going for even more, but okay, for now there's just a little fight, Lycan versus Slark, but with those wolves, not even with the howl up, like Slark just getting too much damage. He's just doing it as harass. But let's see.
Mihawk
Rana
has
in the mid.
Rana.
Oh, that arrow.
Kiss the arrow as Witch Doctor narrowly dodging death there. Mihawk also has an invis rune, so if Slark gets a little bit too uppity, then he will get punished, although that invis rune pickup was spotted out by the Dire Ward, so Slark is not going to be caught off guard there. Still, it is 5 for 5. I mean, both teams are staying pretty much on par with each other. However, that might not be for very long as Mihawk can rotate towards mid lane. This is a free hoof stomp for him, and unless Cyrillin is outrageously fast or outrageously lucky, he's going to get caught with it. Double edges there, as well as the arrow meteor combination. That's a very, very dead puck.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is arrow to the knee, meatball on the head, and of course a centaur there, like just crushing you with that axe. This is a tier 1 tower, but they found the Shadow Shaman. This is an easy kill for the Razor. They're not gonna get the tower here, I think. Top, there will be, not today. I think they're gonna rotate to this, or maybe they won't. At least for now, they use the cliff. But yeah, in the mid, that was definitely a good trade for them. And let's see, Slark, Angel still going for that Lycan. The harass is coming out, and I mean, it is Slark ultimate versus, or the Slark regeneration overall against the Lycan with the Vladimirs. Overall, the Slark should do well, but oh, look at this. He was looking with a Sunstrike for his kill after the Wolves was just doing all the harass damage.
Yeah, Smash is pretty much omniscient in this game. He will see you and he will try to fire that Sunstrike and hit you, but the top lane tower did fall for him not today as Razor does pick up the last hit. No, it was actually just the Dire getting last hit. Either way, it's a tower going the way of UG. That's going to solidify the Razor into his mech, and that's a mech that is not being mirrored just yet from the not today side. And in fact, I don't know if they will ever build a mech this game, so UG will always have that advantage on their team, and that's a pretty sizable advantage. That heal is not to be underestimated, and now with that confidence they're going to go for more. Although Jericho is going to get trapped out by the Centaur Hoof Stomp. Arrow not even needed as Sunstrike is going to kill him off. It's at the trade of a tier 1 tower. UG are more than okay with trading out their supports if that means getting more map control by taking out these towers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice trade still for UG, like a support for a tower, since they seem to be very focused on the objectives. Yeah, sure. Why not? But yeah, also the other team, they want objectives, or at least force TPs, bring them to a certain point in the map, and yes, it's happening, but well, those wards, they're probably gonna get farmed, which is, yep, the free 250 to 360 gold for them.
Yeah, it's a good amount of gold going the way of UG. However, their tower does get dropped pretty low, and if not today, mobilize again with the Smash Forge Spirits in tow, as well as Smash's level 3 Necro units, which are eventually going to come up, then the tower is going to be easy pickings for them. But it's still a tier 2 tower, whereas they haven't even taken the side lanes, tier 1s. UG, they're going to look to make this push happen on mid, and this should be another easy tower for them. The push from UG isn't the best. Most of the heroes are focused into fighting, especially the Slark, so they will be very slow in this, but they should get it nonetheless, as not today, they're not willing to make a substantial defense. They're going to throw Forge Spirits at it, and Smash in the air is going to get fissured, blunked upon as well. He's going to try to go invis, I think, with the Moonlight Shadow, but the Sentry's already deployed. Sunstrike is going to land squarely into Angel. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, actually, as Masoku does jump in for some reason. He feels pretty safe in the invisibility, but not for long. Stampede is going to get him out, and he will stick the landing. Mihawk going to jump forward for Cyrillin. Going to try to kill off this puck, but he's way out over his head. Not today are just running into this meat grinder suicidally. They're going to lose their tier 1 tower, and it ultimately is a 2-for-2. But they lost the Centaur and they lost the Invoker. They're still up on top lane, though. I don't think they can get this tower, despite how powerful Lycan is in pushing. This tower is simply too healthy, and UG can teleport up to defend this if they had TP scrolled. And here comes the Razor, as well as the Witch Doctor. This tower will be held, and it won't be denied. Ultimately, not today. They make a really, really weird defense on the mid lane. I think they didn't expect all those sentries.
This trade was better for not today, like overall. I mean, it's a tier 1 tower and a 2-2 trade, plus a tier 1, plus half of tier 2. Actually, tier 2 just getting denied by the Witch Doctor and the Razor. So, overall, if you count that together, like, this is a better trade for not today, especially because in mid-game, which we're gonna enter pretty much now, the Lycan is growing stronger. Like, they're gonna be able to protect the wards for like a longer time overall, so they're gonna do even more damage. Objective wise, you already mentioned it, Union Gaming doesn't have a good push. The good push is on not today's side, and at the moment they didn't even start to push. But yeah, top, there's you go.
The Sunstrike, double edge, arrow landing as well into Benyez. That's a very easy setup that Mihawk is going to be able to set up for his team whenever someone is off on their own on the map like that. And the tier 2 tower ultimately did get destroyed, denied by the Witch Doctor, unfortunately, for Not Today. But hell, it's another tower down for them. And Lycan, he is going for his own book. That's going to be 2 Necro books on the Not Today side, and I don't think they're going to be going for any more. But still, having those books at all is going to be huge, as if the Earthshaker Echo Slams with those books there, then he will pretty much just kill himself.
It's
and also
just
just
the
adding the sheer amount
Earthshaker.
of pushing
It
powers.
is a Slark. It's a Slark. He's very, very vulnerable against Mana Burn, for example. Like, not to mention, of course, his low HP as such. But, oh, he's gonna find that center, but the pounce doesn't hit. And, yeah, Miko is just getting the hell out of here. No way for Angel to actually come back, or the next pounce, yep, it actually hits, but there's still a Hoof Storm. The arrow flying, but not connecting in the Sunstrike, also not doing anything. The mech would have probably saved him even short before, and now Mirana, yep, just leap in low ground. And, okay, Angel, you really tried to, but that was the wrong direction with the pounce. At
Bottom lane, they're going to go for Ewo next, and he is coiled up. The Echo Slam is there with the Fissure to finish him off. That'll be the death of the Lycan, and down on bottom, Not Today. Perhaps getting a little bit too over-aggressive. I mean, Lycan going for that tower push seems pretty safe, but when you don't see all the enemies on UG's side on the map, then you have to be a little bit scared. And Earthshaker had all the time in the world to walk very slowly in for that Echo Slam, getting a nice easy kill on bottom, tying up the score 10-10. Not Today. I mean, they still have the pushing advantage, so capitalizing off of picks is going to be very easy for them. But if UG get more picks, then obviously it won't go their way.
Yeah, obviously, and well, we are 17 minutes in with a 10-10 score at the moment, and how is it with the towers anyway? I have to open my eyes, because this is 3 towers left for UG, and 3 towers as well on the other side, but the only difference is that they broke a tier 2. Like, only 1 deny coming out so far, but either way, we have a smoke top, but there's 3 people, pretty much, or 2 people guarding the benches here. That's a bad idea to go, and there's Mihawk. Oh, what the hell is he doing? He's going for it instead of going back.
Well, he saw only one and decided to go for it. Now he's moonlit up. The Slark will be able to detect whether or not the Centaur is still around, and it looks like Centaur will make the smart decision and fall back. They use the Moonlight Shadow for that. It's not a terribly huge deal. They're perfectly functional without it, but man, it's a opportunity to get a pick on the Centaur, if anything, for UG, but they kind of caught by surprise, and they won't even go for that. So,
by the way, is that
continue
an
to be a
actual
little more
word?
farm.
Moonlit? He's moonlit?
Yeah, moonlight, and then if you light something up, then it's lit up.
Yeah, moonlit. Okay, I moonlight you. You are moonlighted.
What are you gonna say, moonlighted?
No,
Or
obviously
shadowed?
you don't say moonlighted, but I wouldn't even say moonlit it. But whatever. It just sounds horrible. But either way, I think we have a final push. Yeah, they want to go for that tier 1 tower, and wow, this is quite some commitment here. This is Forge Spirits, Howl, like the Necrobugs, the Wolves, and even the Mass Serpent Wards. Jesus Christ, that tier 1 tower just earned all the rage of Not Today.
And UG recognized the fact that Not Today have engaged so many of their spells in order to take down that tier 1 tower. They're going to go straight to the Roshan pit. They could do this pretty freely, seeing as though there are no Serpent Wards. The Wolves are going to spot this out, but are the Not Today side going to actually do anything? They're going to jump forward and get a shackle on the Witch Doctor. Sunstrike is there, and Witch Doctor is going to be shocked down. Angel's going to come right back in, try and look for Misco. Stampede is out, but it's not going to save that hero. And now the Wolf is caught all alone, as Smash is going to abandon him. Ewo is going to fight to his last breath, but they do at the very least stop Roshan, but I think UG could just go right back into it. I mean, the puck might need a little bit more health, but really it's going to be Angel and Benyas tanking it up, and they're pretty healthy still, so Not Today gonna give UG an even larger opportunity to go into the Roshan pit.
Yeah, like UG won this fight pretty much, and they can go back to Roshan, you're absolutely right. But they won it just for the fact that they were all together there. Like, I mean, Mirana and Center were missing for that fight. If Center was there, that was a potential triple hoof storm, and even more. He could have gone for an instant kill on the Earthshaker, maybe even Slark, and for sure on the puck if there was no phase shift. So these candidates could have been all up, but no, just didn't happen. UG were 5, well, Not Today, they were only 3, and that was a bad fight to take. But well, they still take ages for this Roshan. That's the biggest problem. I mean, Benches can tank a bit, he has the mech, we have now Voodoo Restoration. There is an arrow actually helping Union Gaming at the moment, but it's still taking goddamn ages.
Centaur is way too far away to actually contest this. If Centaur was nearby, I think they would be more likely to go for it. as the Invoker is going to send his army in. The Force Spears is going to do a little bit of clearing as the Wolves are also in the pool. Getting rid of this vision will mean the Wolves can be a nuisance. The Serpent Wards are dropped. Roshan is going to be snatched by Mirana. In fact, now Sunstrike will hit onto Benyaz squarely, but will they be able to bring him down? Uo is the Wolf, and now he's going to go for Benyaz, but the Death Ward is going to wall all of them out. In the meantime, Mihawk is going to take out the Puck in the back end. Uo still takes this one down towards Benyaz, and he's going to get stunned up by the cask not once but twice. Arrow's going to fly, and it will just barely miss the Razor. It runs out of range. They're going to focus on the Witch Doctor, and they should be able to bring him down. Angel off to the sidelines, looking for a jump in. Looks like he's not going to find it, but a pretty big win for Not Today. They grabbed the Aegis. They still have it, in fact, and they are going to take a tier 2 tower off of that. A very nice snatch from Masoku.
Yep, and there's a resummon now of the Force Spirit. I was wondering why he just puts them there. They get the tier 2 tower, they get the Aegis, like, and a 1-1 trade overall. This is bad news for Union Gaming. This was a very awkward engagement and amazingly fought by Not Today. Like, I really like that engagement. Like, I was so surprised by the Mirana because I didn't see her coming. I was focusing more on the like top left a bit because Slark actually decided to go out of the Rosh pit and for the Shadow Shaman, but that kind of disqualified him for all the other action that was going on below, where he was rather like holding the Mirana in place, so she instantly loses that Aegis. But no, Mirana, the support Mirana with the Aegis, no problem. But either way, like, I wanna actually show the viewers the numbers we are talking about right now, but there's so much action going on here, even in mid right now. Are they looking for the Slark? No, he's going back, so I think I have that time. Yeah, Union Game, with the last fight with Roshan, etc., etc., we have, or they're heading towards a 3k lead. It's just updated, and gold-wise, yep, it's pretty much a nullified craft, but in Not Today's direction.
They're going to catch Jericho.
Yeah.
Very easy kill with just a little bit of damage from the Shadow Shaman. Stampede was also used, and Mihawk's going to try to chase down Angel. Killing off the Slark is very difficult, but got to go for it anyway. Earthshaker down, and now the tier 2 tower is going to be under siege. Even more advantage going towards Not Today, although the fate graphs aren't necessarily hugely in their favor. With the momentum that they have, they're definitely making some pretty serious plays. Angel's going to jump in for Masoku, but this is an Aegis Mirana. He's not going to care. Angel's going to get hoof stomped, but Masoku's going to lose his Aegis. Again, who cares? Cyberlin is going to get shackled up, and now the Sunstrike onto the puck will be dodged by the phase shift. Masoku does respawn right back in, and then drops the Moonlight Shadow. Everyone's now Moonlit, as Sidrulin is going to be phase shifting, trying to dodge Smash's damage, but Angel is going to take so many hits from Mihawk, and he will be brought down. Another orb's going to fly, but Mihawk is still safe up on the high ground. Has grabbed the gem, in fact. And that's going to be just a Slark dying in exchange for the Aegis. Arrow's going to fly to connect onto no one. But now the high ground is a little bit vulnerable. I don't know if Not Today want to go for this. They don't seem to have much sustain. Again, they don't have anyone with a mech. Yeah. But they will be able to throw the army at the tier 3 and bring it down pretty low.
No mech is really bad news. The only sustain they have is are like the arcane boots, but yeah, they use the Master Serpent Wards, force damage upon that tier 3 tower. Now that the casket is out and the fissure is out, they could actually even go in there, but no, they're just happy with this damage. Arrow was flying, not finding anything, and yeah, Union Gaming having problems. Like, by the way, I haven't seen it, so I have to admit that I've been already sleeping. But who bought that gem? Was it actually a Union Gaming gem? Because if so, that's even more of a loss for them.
Yeah, the Slark was dewarding with it, and yeah, it was actually Angel who purchased it up. So the Slark actually bought it and lost it. So a huge investment, actually. It's kind of surprising that the Slark would actually buy an item like that. And well, now, Not Today. They're going to put it on the courier and bring it back to the base where it's going to be nice and safe. I guess they figure they don't actually need to use that gem anymore. They already sweep through the map, and well, they missed one ward near the Roshan pit, but really that's not a hugely influential ward. So it's a really nice win for Not Today. They denied the map control from UG in that gem, and also crucially they make the Moonlight Shadow as well as the Invoker Ghost Walk just a whole lot better.
Yeah, and there's one thing, and that changed now the entire game. I mean, besides of course the fights going forth and back, and Not Today coming out as a winner more often, which of course is worrisome for Union Gaming. But there's even one more thing that is always bad news. I mean, I'm always saying that whenever I see like these pushing strategies, but the problem right now is even if Not Today is losing fights, if they fight 5 on 5 or 5 versus 5 under a tower, there's still Forge Spirits, Macros, then there's of course the Wolves, Master from Wards. These are 4 things, and like 3 out of them are even empowered by the goddamn Howl, which is of course by now level 4 and very strong. So even if they lose a fight, even if they take a team wipe, one objective will go down. Like this damage, even while the fight is going on, it's enough for a tier 3 tower, it's enough for racks, unless you really nuke them instantly down and then clear all the ads and wards, whatever is left, immediately. If not, you just rinse and repeat that. I mean, there are unfortunately only 3 sides you have to push till mega creeps.
And a lot of that pushing power is focused in the Invoker. He has the whole army available on him, plus the Forge Spirits, so he could essentially be that rat broodmother that Not Today might want to call upon, should things get a little bit hairy. I don't think it's going to happen just yet. I mean, still the Lycan has a lot of room to grow, and the fights are still remaining pretty even, so it's not going to happen what you described until the fights actually do get a lot better for UG, assuming that will happen eventually, which it may never come to pass, but if it does come to pass, then the Not Today side will have a lot more pushing power and have a lot more even backdoor potential. And now they're going to find Jericho, or is Angel going to find Masoku? The leap is going to be denied, and Masoku's going to take quite a bit of damage, but the Hoop Stomp going to slow down Angel even within that Shadow Dance. Centaur's going to pop the pipe and try to book it with Stampede out. He's going to get caught with the Dream Coil, and he's going to instantly snap it as the arrow does fly in. It will whiff onto everyone, smashes into the area, and Witch Doctor's actually killed off Shadow Shaman up on the north end of the fight. They're going to try to kill off this Slark, but he's just so durable, they can't kill him off. Mihawk in the front lines, now going to lose his armor as Jericho's going to try to go 1v1 with Smash. At least trying to hold out this Invoker. He gets 4 stabs up, 4 stabs down. Now he has help from Masoku, but the damage is not going to be enough to kill off Smash as he will escape into the Ghost Walk. Masoku with the Haste Rune still alive off to the side of the fight. In the meantime, middle lane Ewo is doing Lycan things, brought down the tower, and he's pressuring the tier 3s. UG, they have to back up and to make this defense, else they lose Raxes. They're going to jump in for Ewo. Smash trying to slip through with the Invis, and Ewo has the Shapeshift available if he really wants it, but he's going to stick the Necro units on the enemy Razor and just put as much damage as he can onto these Raxes. So not ultimately taking the messiest of fights possible, but Lycan in the meantime doing Lycan things. That's exactly kind of what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Even if they kill off some heroes, the pushing is still there.
But this is the other approach. Like, I actually thought they'd go for a frontal one. Like, I mean, like, ratting, of course, it's always good, and in this case it worked out. Going for a 5-on-4 fight, like the Lycan is doing Lycan things, it works out just as well. But I actually thought they will be able to just go frontal, full out fight, summon all the creeps, getting them, like all the minions, getting them on the objectives, and then just take a normal fight. But this works as well. So you see, Not Today, they are in a position where they can really choose, like for 2 different strategies, whichever suits the situation. And it's 15-50, 27. But these numbers, they're lying. They're showing that Union Gaming is in an equal spot, but they're not. They're absolutely not. Not in farm. Like, I mean, in farm, obviously, Not Today, they have the advantage. In experience, sure, Union Gaming is higher, but the problem is the momentum, the pushing power, it's all on Not Today's side.
Crash mid though, it's the Centaur Warrunner that they want to focus down. He does get the pipe off, and he's going to be focused down, although he will slip away for now. The Serpent Wards are up, and the Death Ward is as well. Sunstrike onto Citadel, it's not going to do too much of anything, as Angel does get picked off by Smash. In the meantime, Ewo is in the wolf form, and he's just getting massacred by these Necro units, how they're just running rampant. It's a 2-for-2 trade thus far, but Not Today. They've lost a lot of life on this Lycan, and Masoku going to jump very aggressively and then force that back out again. Still, the Serpent Wards are not available. The Forge Spirits, as well as the Necro units, are kind of alive for the Invoker, and well, the Forge Spirits, the Necro units rather, from Puck will try to kill off Lycan, but down teleportation back in from the Razor. He's going to come back in and clear most of these creeps out, so a little bit of damage to the ranged Raxes, but ultimately it'll be another roughly even fight, though Not Today getting a couple more important kills than the Puck as well as the Slark.
Yeah, like, kill-wise, whoever died, like, I think this fight was again like a good, like an awesome success for Not Today. I mean, they get 2 supports, like an offlaner and a support, die for the other side's safe lane as well as the mid. And if I consider all of that, then Union Gaming just made a really bad trade. Not to mention, of course, that there is permanent damage done on the range tracks. I actually thought it's gonna be more, but with Benches chipping in, he actually cleared out those creeps really fast. But yeah, you see that Not Today, they get equal trades or better trades. On top of that, they get objectives, and they can just rinse and repeat. And with even potential split push by a Lycan or Invoker, I just don't see Union Gaming like counter pushing this. Like, they really have to have like a team wipe. But even then, buybacks are available.
Finding Mihawk's a good start. He's going to pop the Stampede and try to TP away. Earthshaker is a little bit too far away. Blink for Fissure is going to cancel the TP, but Angel's already gone, so Mihawk is going to be just fine off of this one. Stampede down, Pipe is down. That's another minute where they can't do anything, but I think they would rather just regenerate up and try to get Lycan just a little bit more farm. And it's getting to the point where not today, though they are taking the fights equally, because of all these pushing things that they have, they could just go YOLO mode, and, well, going for the Witch Doctor is a good start to that. Sunstrike Meteor is going to obliterate the Witch Doctor. Goodbye, sir. And, well, Misko's taking quite a bit of damage from these Necro units, but the Necro units now fighting each other ultimately will result in a tie, as Benyaz Jericho in the area smashes all alone over here, but Misoku's going to come from the side, Arrow's going to fly, will be dodged by the puck. Nice play by Sidrulin, but off to the bottom end, Angel's going to be playing some games with Mihawk and as well as Ewo. He has a haste room though, and Slark is hard enough to kill even without the haste. With the Shadow Shaman down, that means no Serpent Wards, so I don't know if Not Today are going to want to push this, but they could go for Roshan and might come out on top, seeing as though the Earthshaker, well, he does actually have an Echo Slam, so going for Roshan is incredibly risky. Not Today probably just want to wait for the Shadow Shaman.
I think we need more Necrobugs.
I agree.
No, but like I actually casted once a C game. It was Mineski versus, I don't know, I can't even recall, but they had goddamn 7 Necrobooks, and then short before the GG they even bought the 8th one. That was like the last support role even could afford a Necro there, but this was a ridiculous game. I mean, here we only have 3, but like since they use them at different times, it always feels like there's goddamn Necro spam all over the place.
Yeah, in Dota 1, they actually, some tournaments actually used to have some custom rules that you can only buy so many Necro books because it was deemed an unbalanced item.
Oh, Dota 2 leaked, like I mean, before like in-game stuff existed. Oh wait, there the Centaur. He still has Blink Dagger. He actually blinks, but do they find him? No, they don't. Oh, actually, he does.
And now I think the Centaur is as good as dead. He could fight his way out or just stampede and run, but he's not going to outrun Angel and Sidrulin. Although he's going to stampede and he's going to try. He has a blink dagger. He needs to get a blink out. He's also invisible. However, UG, they're actually just not going to go for it. Centaur lives. This dude is freaking tanky with his pipe, and that's a pretty nice commitment for the Centaur, but he does ultimately end up escaping, and he's going to continue farming. The rest of his team looking for a push. Now they have the Serpent Wards available. Benyaz is going to come from the side with the Eye of the Storm. He's going to take quite a bit of damage from these Necro units, though, as they do get all stunned up. The Serpent Wards are already deployed. There's going to be death of the range Vax for sure, as Ewo, as well as Misko, going to be jumped by Angel, but he gets the Hex off, and it will stick, but the Razor stealing all the Lycan's damage. Smash and Misoku in the meantime will kill off the Earthshaker, but Razor can't actually get the kills on anyone. They will jump for the Shadow Shaman, who will get blown up by that Slark. The Serpent Wards are not focusing the range Vax, and now the Centaur is going to jump in, go for Benyaz, but he is all alone. Mihawk once again YOLOing a little bit too hard. Angel still playing games to the enemy side, is not being locked down, but he's not being brought down either. Needs some disables on the Slark, but he will get all of his mana burned. That's a great way of crippling a Slark. They do take out the range Vaxes in the end, and it's support for a support, but again, not today. They get the objective.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm not sure if that one was really worth it. Like, because it's only a range tracks, okay, sure, it's one step in the right direction. The biggest problem I have with it is that Benyaz, like, he's getting these Necro kills all over the place. Like, this is quite some gold you feed in his direction, to be honest. I mean, Necro reward, it got buffed, which is one of the main reasons that it's not that extremely used anymore, where you have like really 5 Necro rushes, pretty much. But still, like, he's getting really, really fat. Like, net worth wise, he suddenly climbed on position 2. Oh, but look, they found the Lycan. Oh god, he's just getting blown up. There's not even much to say about it. Too fast to cast. They found him, they saw him, and then struck him down.
And instantly into the Roshan pit they go. Without the Lycan, Not Today are really going to struggle in order to defend this Roshan. And I think this might be just a sacked Roshan. The whole Lycan army is still alive, though, and they're going to fight up against each other. Looks like the Lycan army is definitely going to win here. But now, just with the sheer presence alone of all these units, which are still alive from the Lycan as well as the Invoker, they're going to pressure the UG side away from this Roshan pit. So it's a pretty nice pickup from UG, though it could have been definitely a lot better should the Not Today team members been a little bit further away. I don't think they have enough damage to kill off Roshan, though, because really Slark and Razor, they're great at killing off heroes, but against killing Roshan, they're rather mediocre. Like, you have to steal agility with Slark in order to be a really effective hero, and Roshan doesn't have agility. He doesn't play by your rules, and Razor's kind of the same way. He needs to steal damage, and Roshan doesn't let that happen. So UG, they will struggle, actually, to kill off Roshan, and Not Today, with the amount of units that they have and the damage that they have, they could take Roshan a lot easier with a lot fewer heroes in the pit.
Yep, absolutely. And well, 35 minutes in, and I'm actually surprised that like not today, they really slowed down with like these small little brawls and these super spread out fights. I mean, like the last fight, for a cameraman, completely the horror. Like they were fighting from the dire jungle to the secret shop, in the base, as well as the mid lane. Like this was a whole, it was pretty much half of the map. And like with this approach, they don't really achieve much, and this is the reason why Unigame is for some reason still in this game. If they would take a frontal 5-on-5 approach, and I still stand to this, I think they would actually manage to get objectives down. And once a Rax is down, and preferably of course a side Rax, because mid is easier to defend, but I think that the game would really fast change, because then there's even more pressure on Unigaming. But right now, I think Unigaming, with the current playstyle of Not Today, they're still in the game.
Yeah, I don't really know what Not Today are waiting for. I mean, the Invoker has a sheep stick, and he could get a little bit stronger, but not really by much. Lycan's not doing that much damage, and honestly, I don't think that's much of an issue, because if he gets chained up by the Razor, he's not going to be doing much damage anyway, even if he did have a whole bunch of items. So I think it is time for Not Today to just go for it. The Shadow Shaman's not even building towards an Aghanim Scepter or a Refresher or something like that. If he was going for that, I would say you might want to wait, but right now they could just ball up as 5 and bust down a lane and try to take the melee Raxes, and they will be fighting into an Echo Slam and a Puck Ultimate, which is level 3 and stuff like that. But right now they're just giving UG more and more opportunities in order to find these picks, because Not Today, they're just all going out by themselves. Like if you take a look at the spread of Not Today, there's 2 up top lane, 2 up mid, and 1 on bottom. It's pretty much just the laning phase for them, but they have to be grouped up as 5 and trying to look to break the space.
I think they want to do something in mid, but unfortunately, they need a nice initiation. The best would be, of course, Fisher into Pounds, something like that. But apparently, Jericho, he's busy with Necro units, even more Necro units. And oh, there's a Sunstrike, but nah, doesn't work.
Necro unit trying valiantly to snipe kills. I don't think that's really gonna happen
bottom,
now.
Angel versus Mihawk, and to be honest, these duels, we saw them from minute 1. Angel is losing them.
Mihawk's still sticking around. It's going to be the slow split push as Benjis does get hit with the Deafening Blast Meteor over in mid lane. That's a nice BKB forced out from this Invoker, but still, they're not actually doing anything with this. Like, the BKB forced out is great, but it doesn't really matter because you aren't pushing high ground. Now Stampede gonna try to save Mihawk fighting against Angel. He's trying to go for Sidgerland, but he's gonna end up going down. That's gonna be a nice pickoff for the UG side. However, their mid lane's in full breach. BKB on Ewo. He's gonna bash down the Raxes, and the fortification is there, but I don't think they can kill all these creeps, and the Raxes will go down. Yes, they will. Top lane is also being pressured by the Serpent Wards. Not too much damage there, but the damage has been done. Raxes are Raxes, and now all 4 heroes from Not Today up on top. They're going to clip Benyas with an arrow. Sunstrike is going to be there as well with the EMP. Not even necessary. Angel's going to jump in from Masoku. He will catch that Mirana, but he can't actually kill her off just yet. He's going to get body blocked by Wolves, and now Angel stuck in the ice wall. Worst place for a Slark to be, actually. The Fisher not going to come out just yet to save him, but he gets hexed up. Angel is still going to be surviving this, but they lose the mid-Rax, and that's really where the damage comes from, as Not Today, the Necrobooks are cooling down. Ewo doesn't have his for another 30, but Smash has his right now, and he's going to deploy them, just sending bodies at these towers endlessly. UG, with only 3 heroes to defend, are going to take a lot more damage onto this tower. Fissure onto Smash, though, and Puck going to look to jump in. Angel's going to be the first one to leap, and the tower is still slowly getting chipped down. No Serpent Wards from Misko, but if anyone does jump in, they're instantly going to get met with the Hex. Mid lane, it's going to be Masoku who's going to be dealing with that, but Invoker does take out the tier 3 tower. It's what they could have been doing for the past 5 minutes if they were actually balled up.
Yeah, this is Necro Gaming, and I love what Not Today did. Like they saw, hey guys, our center is getting focused by pretty much the 2 people that can like make a fight very awkward for us. It was the Slark as well as the Puck, but oh, they found Invoker. This is a really good kill. This is exactly what they need. This is an unstoppable streak going their way. 880 gold. It's not gonna change anything now. Lycan, oh, he's not really blocked, but with the pounds, never mind that. There is the BKB coming out, and he's just TPing, and nope, this is not enough. He's actually getting the hell out of there. Shadow Shaman doing pretty much the same, but what I wanted to say is it was the perfect timing, and going for 2 lanes at the same time. You saw it. They tried to somehow salvage something mid, didn't work out, and then top they even lost the tier 3 tower. Plus, did you see that Alacrity on the ranged Necro Creep? It's just like a machine gun. I love that one.
And it's going to get a little bit stronger too, that alacrity, as Wex still has 2 more points to improve, so even more movement speed moving forward. Usually it's seen on the melee creep, but hell, if you put an alacrity on anything, really, they're going to be doing a lot of damage as long as they can get their attacks out. It's going to be 25 seconds before Not Today make another play. Their Invoker's still dead, and UG have a nice little opening to go for Roshan, but again, they don't have enough much damage to actually kill off Roshan. Despite the fact that Benyaz does have an Assault Cuirass and Angel does have a Basher, the damage just isn't there, and well, they're going to be struggling to find any sort of opening, even with this Invoker down. UG are just playing fully defensive, and I think it's just a matter of time before Not Today bring this Invoker back, walk up to the top lane, or possibly just travel there. Centaur is not playing with the team once again, so it looks like Not Today are just going to be a little bit more complacent. Centaur, for some reason, teleporting to the mid tier 2 tower. Does he really want to just farm with his Hand of Midas? I guess that's okay, but they could be breaking Raxus right now pretty easily.
No, I think they want to push out on multiple lanes. That's what the Centaur is doing right now, and he can do that really fast. Like, with the HPS he got at the moment, even without Tracker Boots, that's 15 HPS going his way. He can just, yeah, do the things. But, oh, Razor is going for him, but the Plasma Field actually hitting, so he can't TP out, but there's the stun, or rather the slow by the Stampede. I thought the Hoof Stomp might hit as well, but no, it didn't. Either way, he's getting out, and now that they saw, like, hey, the Razor is bottom, so we might as well, you know, just go mid and then rotate top, for example.
And that's exactly where Not Today are going to be going the top lane. But Centaur's still a nuisance down bottom. Really, Benyaz can't get this kill alone. He's going to get some help from the Earthshaker. However, that wall is actually going to let Benyaz slip through. Mihawk's going to pop up the Blade Mail, putting a lot more damage back on the Razor, but it's going to be top lane, which is, again, in full breach. The army is going to be there. Serpent Wards are deployed, but they're not focusing fire on the melee Raxes. Focus fire, there it is. Melee Raxes should survive, albeit barely. Oh, one more volley. It's going to take it out. Now Invoker from the side is going to get active versus the Witch Doctor, forcing out the BKB, and that's about it. Ewo is also the BKB. Going to try to claw down Benyaz, but the damage has already been nullified from Ewo, and now they're going to try to finish off the range Rax. They'll get that one as well. They bust in, they bust out, and now Mihawk's also putting some serious damage down bottom. Not too much because it's Centaur, but still, they take in second set of Raxes, and UG, they're just getting picked apart. They have to fight, but really not today. They're not letting that fight happen because Mihawk is being such a nuisance down bottom.
Yeah, he also did already some amazing damage on that tier 3 tower. Like, to be honest, Union Gaming, I don't think they're gonna ever leave their base again, because that is it. Like, Not Today, by now, they're spreading out. Like, the funny part is, look at this. I mean, like, even though I think they could go with the sustain they have at the moment. Like, Shadow Shaman is ready, but of course they have to wait for the Master Serpent Wards there. Like, Mihawk would regen up very fast if he had his Tranquil Boots on. Yeah, now he has with 27 HPS. I think they could go, but maybe they're gonna find a kill here on, on the Shadow Shaman. But he has to use the Dream Core, which is on cooldown.
Yeah, and that's gonna mean the Shadow Shaman gets away. It's not really a huge profile kill. I mean, the Aghanim Scepter isn't even up yet on him, so the Serpent Wards are going to be doing an okay amount of damage, but nothing too serious. But regardless, it's a kill that they could have had that they didn't get their hands on. Now that the Puck has a sheep, he's not going to let that one get away again, as Smash going to run into a nice EMP Tornado, actually, onto Jericho, going to completely tap him out of mana, and Smash is going to book it with the double 4 staffs out. He's going to be very quick to escape, and UG, they pop another BKB on the Witch Doctor, ultimately resulting in absolutely nothing once again. It's a slow siege from Not on the bottom lane, whereas top and mid, they're slowly being pushed in by these super creeps there. If they get a pick off on anyone, that could be the game. They're going to go for Benyaz. The damage, this is going to be F skill off this Razor before he gets anything off. He pops the mech and the BKB, but I think the damage is still going to be there. Help from his allies, not quite here, as Angel does jump in, looking for Mihawk, but he was still in the BKB. Mihawk's getting focused down pretty badly, but Misko is now here, along with Smash. They're going to cancel the Hex with the Witch Doctor ultimate with the Hex. Now Mihawk's getting it bashed down. Echo Slam, which will demolish Misko as well as the entire army. However, Earthshaker is going to get killed because of that, and now Misko's trapped in his own Serpent Wards. Kind of weirdly, awkwardly placed there. But still, the top lane is being pushed by Ewo, and Smash going to run straight into Benyaz. The ice wall down. Masoku's going to find Puck with an arrow, and Angel going to try to leap after Masoku, but he'll leap out first. Ewo is also on the way out, as Invoker still trying to duel versus this Razor. It's a tough hero to pick off, but he did buy back, so they kill him off. It'll be a huge pick. Still, the bottom lane is in full breach. Top lane's in full breach. Mid lane is being pushed out a little bit right now for UG, as they do blink forward once again for Angel, but they're not going to catch up to Smash, and if they do, whoever catches them will instantly be hexed and probably focused down and killed. It's 2 heroes down for Not, 2 heroes down for UG, and it looks like Not today, they're still going to go for this one. Ewo's still on top. He's sending wave after wave into the tier 3 tower. However, no one's actually on bottom lane. I feel like one of these heroes should be down there pushing that out.
No, they're pushing, they're forcing them around the T4 towers, and then like wait till. I mean, there's a double creep wave coming actually, or no, actually, there's not much left of that wave. It used to be a double one, so now it's in there, and they're just applying the pressure. So Union Gaming is not doing anything, and which is great because you said it right. It was a 2-for-2 trade after all, but the problem is tier 3 went down, like residual, like. Buildings in the base went down, plus the Lycan worked what a Lycan does on the tier 4 tower. So whatever they do at the moment, Union Gaming, they lose part of their base, and not today. They don't have to go a single step back. They can just pinpoint their next target. There's some distractions, a decoy here and there, and then they just go for it. Get objective up after objective.
And they're converging up towards the bottom lane. They're going to initiate onto Benya. Fraser doesn't have a buyback, and he's being focused down, though he does get the BKB off. He will survive for now. Slark is going to be the ultimate one to fall, and now the BKB Witch Doctor ultimate is going to get torn to shreds by the Lycan. Don't even need a stun to interrupt that one. Citadel is trapped in the trees, and that's going to force the GG out. UG losing those two heroes, they're instantly going to bail out of this game, and well, that's going to be game number 1 going the way of Not Today after 46 minutes of gameplay.
Yep, absolutely. To be honest, I think this was, it wasn't even outdrafted. No, this is not the word I'm looking for. This is just the right draft for the right situation. Yeah, for the right situation, for the right state of the game. If Union Gaming had a better early mid game, or like early and mid game, then they probably would have won this. But the problem is they were always on par, or even sometimes a bit behind. Not today. And then their lineup with the pushing combinations is just much stronger. That's the reality about this game. Either way, guys, there is a second game coming. It is, of course, just like the D2CL, a 2-game series. So my name is HeflaTV, casting here with Michael Loris, and game 2 will be up in just some seconds.